let me turn this back on so that I can upload this VoD for you. Okay. Anyway, so starting off, I pretty much always go over this with everyone because it's the most important thing for Azir. Soldier placement. You will learn it as you go along, and you did it pretty much throughout the rest of the game. This first one, I was like, oh shit, I don't know why he's placing it here, but generally always you want to place it to the side so you can get these lines, right? The line.
Yeah,
And
I see.
I just went over this earlier too, but when this is not talking about lethal tempo yet, but if you want to push an entire wave, and this is more for like mid game, because early game you always want to clear these casters first, but mid, if you just see, you do this one, so you'd probably place a soldier right here and attack through like this, so you hit all three of these, and then you can Q to like right here, so you usually like last hit this minion something, or I'm retarded, hold on, here, this, then you Q like this, sorry, and then you can attack this way, so it makes like a Z, right? So you always want to just be hitting across. So if you're gonna Q a wave, you want to Q it diagonally so that you can still hit like this, and then you'll be zoning like this area here. So, and I talked about this earlier too, but this basically means that you're pushing the enemy laner into this area over here. So a good way to abuse this is, you know, if you have a jungler down here in river and you need to push them this way, a lot of the times with mid, it's like basic mid mechanics in Diamond. I'm sure you know this already. Like you walk this side, enemy walks this side, right? That's usually how it goes. But you can stay on the same side as them and push them into you and your jungler at the same time by just throwing a soldier over here, because he's not going to stand in the soldier. Either he's going to be back here, too far away from the minions, and you're just getting free zoning, or he's going to walk down this way and your jungler can just come up and the dick, you know?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's basic lane soldier placement. Simple. The rest of them were good. Like this one right here, you're hitting all three at the same time. It's perfect. Minions move though, especially when it's when the wave is about to move. I usually will hold my soldiers and not put them down just yet, but you've got the general idea, I think.
Yeah. Man, these queues, I don't know how. I think it was first game of the day, so probably.
Okay, this is fine. I mean, this is a decent enough trade.
Yeah,
It's trading with
E.
you. Yeah, so generally you want to walk far enough away to put him between you and your soldiers so you can get the E off. Because you lost value in this trade because you didn't get the E damage on him. You did shield his last Q, but
Wait, E
he
does
dodged.
damage?
Yeah, no, he does damage.
What? I thought it was just a dash for it, your soldiers. And
No,
a
it does
shield.
damage.
Oh. Wait, so like, do you have to like hit them to do damage,
Yeah,
or?
you have to collide with them.
Okay, and you get another soldier, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a big, got a lot of uses. Doesn't do that much damage, but, you know, it does damage nonetheless. So here, you have your soldier up. Oh, there's a giant bug that just flew like right in front of my face. Anyway, so you have your, can I make this like way smaller? Okay. So you've got your soldier up. You can just, because you know he has to get out this way. I think he just E'd, did he E this minion or did he E this one? I'm not, but either way, he's probably gonna, so he's gonna dash over here. He's gonna dash over here, or he's gonna walk up this way and then dash over here. So what you do right now is you just place a soldier like right here, so it covers these escapes, and then you can just E him right here, and you won't move because you'll pretty much collide with him instantly. So you're not gonna misposition yourself or anything like that. But you get that, you get an extra soldier. If he dashes out, you can walk up a little bit, and then you place another soldier here. You get another 1-2 autos off on him, and you've shielded some damage, and you've done extra damage with your E.
Okay.
So if your E is up and you're gonna hit him with E, like in that situation, you don't have to be afraid about just throwing your soldier down just to get the E, because if you know you're gonna hit him, you're gonna get that soldier reset anyway. It doesn't matter too much. Yeah, so it's just nitpicky stuff, but it can also be a really big deal, especially in these Yasuo matchups. All right, let's this gank. This is good. He kind of screwed himself, but I would have eaten him right here already. So like you can just throw your soldier down, auto E, and you're gonna get that soldier reset right away. All right, we'll talk another thing here too. We'll bring up another point. So this Q is bad for a few reasons. So Yasuo's got 2 escapes, right? So he can obviously run down toward his Alistar. That's the most likely if he's just going to try to get out. But if they're going to try to fight you, his only escape is that's awful. This way.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying? Oh, right. So you want to. That's this bug. I'm so sorry. I'm distracted. It's really big. So you want to leave your soldier here. So you're cutting this off, and you can still auto him. So if you have your soldier here and you E onto him earlier, then you're, I don't know, you're like right here, and your soldier's right here. So you're gonna, if he's hitting you, you're gonna be able to hit him with your soldier, for sure. And then if he runs down this way, then you can put another soldier right here, and you still have another one, right? So then you can proc your passive or whatever. So, you know, if he runs down, you put your soldier here, and wherever he goes from there, you can throw down another soldier, whatever. So you've got the your W passive proc to get the extra attack speed. And generally speaking, a good rule for when to use your Q, when to use your soldiers is I always, or I almost always will put down a soldier before I Q. So I'm usually not ever just queuing soldiers that are already out. Just because generally it's faster. Like you don't want to queue soldiers behind you to try and hit someone in front of you. Obviously it's really slow. If you've ever like thrown an Ori ball out from behind you to try to catch someone in front, you know it's like it's really slow. It's the same thing with the Azir Q, and it just helps you aim better if it like you put it down and then you just shoot it out straight.
Okay.
And it's generally a good rule because if you're queuing right now, and then let's say you put down another soldier, so you've queued this, so your soldier's here, and then let's say he walks down a little, you put down your soldier here, and then you just change his directions. You can't do anything now, right? I mean, you can put another soldier, right? But you're still hitting with one soldier, and your damage is like really suffered. So what you would prefer, obviously, is you hold this, you put down another soldier, so now you're hitting him with one, and then you've E'd, so you can put down your other one wherever. He's like going to the wave to dash or whatever, hitting with this and this. And you're hitting him with 2, and then if he goes somewhere else, now you can Q, and all your soldiers are going to him. And now you're hitting him with 3 soldiers, you're getting that max damage. So patience with Q is a big deal. That's like one of the most important aspects to Azir. It's just being super patient with Q. Very rarely do I use Q for poke outside of lane phase. Really always for soldier. The rest of that was fine. Really touch on. I mean, you could have put an extra down instead of just bipping him twice with your basics, but it didn't matter.
Yeah.
We're just gonna touch mostly on Azir stuff. Macro was fine. We already
Yeah,
talked
the
about
shuffle.
this.
Yeah.
Right, so you ended up doing it here, which was good. But like I mentioned, you can just kind of hang out here, and he can't really do anything about it. Usually, I'll use this, like these pillars, like this area right here is where you can stand. This and back is where you can shove him into your tower. So if you see him walking up on you like this, he's walking up. You know he's gonna E. You can walk back just a little bit. He like E's through this, maybe E's onto you, and then he gets pushed into the tower. But
It's
when you,
that far.
yeah, the ult pushes really far. So when you have R up, you really don't have to worry about standing super far back against Yasuo, because if he jumps on you, he's just screwing himself over. Now, I have no idea why he would ever do this, but did.
Yeah,
It's just,
I'm a Yasuo player, and I do that too. So
yeah, it's
typical
like
Yas
against
moves, I guess.
Azir, like this is just the cardinal sin of Yasuo play. Just like he's well past this eating onto you right here, so he's just dead. Like there's nothing you can do. So another thing is learning to time the ult as best you can, because sometimes, I don't know if you've ever played Yasuo into his ear and had this happen, but sometimes you push him with ult and he lands, and if he's just spamming the shit of his R key, if he EQs onto you as you're pushing him away with ult, you get knocked up while you push
Oh,
him
that
away.
happens. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and you
happens
can
a lot.
still get the R off. So if you time it right, that won't happen. But you could R right now, right? Like, because it comes from behind you. So if you're like it'll come from like right here. If you're pushing him this way, you can R right now and it'll hit him as is.
Yeah.
Right now, see, he's already landed, and you've risked either one, being knocked up and not being able to get the R off, or two, maybe he can throw his wind wall out. And if he throws out wind wall, it will completely stop your R from moving.
Yeah.
Pretty miserable. This, I don't know if you were just styling on him or what, but
No, I didn't want. Oh, okay.
no, this is
Yeah, I
good.
thought he could
Walking
E
this
back
way,
to me.
yeah, no, this is good. This is good. But like at this point, you just walk up and EM. You walk back a little bit. I'm not sure. It didn't. It doesn't matter. But he could have wind walled he can wind wall your Q and stuff. So you
Oh, he
stop
can.
moving. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Um, pretty obnoxious. But I don't know if he didn't put points in it because he doesn't think he can block anything of yours. But there were a few times in this game I think that he could have wind walled your stuff. And if you play against really good Yasuo players, they'll wind wall your ult, and like they'll do that animation cancel where you can like EQ on Yasuo and wind wall in the middle of it, so that like here, like when you were here and he was jumping on you, he'll dash at you and wind wall at the same time. So he'll be here and you can't, like, your ult will come out here.
And stops.
Yeah, and it gets stopped on the wind wall. So I mean, if you play
Yeah, that's
Yasuo,
crazy.
if you ever play Yasuo against Azir, little tip for you, it is miserable for the Azir player. So was this the fight?
Yeah. The fight I almost lost.
Yeah, this is a little bit behind you. Oh, okay. So Here, I would just fight him, like right here. Up here, in this area.
So would I E in or
Yeah, I would
W?
just put down another soldier, like right here, and then just E him. And then he's stuck in 2 of your soldiers. If he wants to E away and dash around your minion, you just clear his wave. And then come back to him. And then he's distanced himself from you again, which means you're ahead because you win at range, obviously. But again, like you can just put a soldier here and E onto him, and then you get your third. There are not that many champions that can beat Azir in an extended trade at this point in the game if you have your 3 soldier passive out. So if you put down both your soldiers, then you E into him, you put down your third right away, especially if you have lethal tempo running, there's no way he wins.
So is it more attack speed and more damage, or just more attack speed?
Just attack speed.
Okay, but that attack speed is like a huge bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you have 3 soldiers out, you're getting attack speed on like 3 auto attacks at once. So here he's running away, you can just Q him. So you get like, I don't know, 3 extra auto attacks off on him here. Running away. Okay. This is a good ult. Here. So you ulted him before he got the point blank Q, which was good. So now you're in this position. So can you tell me what the correct play is right here?
Let me.
Yeah, take your time.
Probably like shuffle. Nah. I would like bait out the Q, sidestep it, and then shuffle in.
Okay. Well, you can do both at the same time, basically. Because you're right here, you pretty much know he's gonna throw the tornado right at you.
Oh, you can so you shuffle to like the furthest one.
Right,
And then
yeah, you
Q,
can shuffle here and then Q down onto him.
Okay.
So you're dodging the tornado and you get on top of him and pretty much dead.
Delayed reaction right here. And bad shuffle. Yikes.
That's like a classic versus Yasuo, and that situation pops up again later, and we'll for sure go over it there too. But it's something that you get used to the more you play here. That a lot of the time shuffling at an angle is very valuable against people with line skill shot. Can really throw people off. But yeah, we'll go over that when the clip comes up. Oh, it's right here actually. So, I mean, you ran down, but definitely still catch him here. So, right here, what you want to do, he's about to walk into this bush and around this corner. So he'll be right here. And chances are he's probably going to throw a tornado like this if he throws it, because this is like a very safe bet angle for him to throw it at. So what you want to do, first of all, is break line of sight with him. So you're walking like this. You want to walk like this here. And you can use this kind of wall structure right here. So draw this out like this. So your soldier range normally is like right here, but the wall will push it over so that it's standing right here. So you get some extra distance there. And then you can shuffle at him from here. So you shuffle to your soldier, and then you can dash, and you can definitely make it over this wall. So you'll be like right here. So you'll catch him as he's turning this corner. Yeah, I mean, you have to time it right, but the dash will probably end like right here, but Azir dash works, or Azir shuffle works kind of like in most dashes, like Graves, LeBlanc, if you can't go over the wall, he'll get stopped. and you'll just face plant into the wall. But it works more like a blink, like cast an ult or Ezreal E, where if the wall's too far, it'll push you the rest of the way through.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so even if it ends right here, you'll still get pushed over. You make it through like the majority of the wall, I think it is. Yeah, 100% you can catch him here with that. But if you don't do that, so now we're in this position. We see him throw the tornado. Your soldier is a little bit too far to the left, so maybe you want to put it like right here instead. And you can do the same thing I mentioned earlier, where you dash to it, and then you dash this way. So you're going around the tornado's path, right?
Yeah.
That, yeah, you just face plant it. But if you get that nice curve angle on it, and you would have dodged it, and you probably would have gotten on top of him. You probably would have hit the E on him also and gotten a soldier reset, so you definitely could have killed him.
And then Alistar just came. Suicide.
Yeah, the martyr Alistar.
Can't believe he's D4 though.
That Alistar is?
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably like T4, D3.
Okay. I want to go over this one because this is like my favorite shit to do. It's just fight a Yasuo in melee range and he can't win.
Yeah, I don't know how I won this.
The soldier's a little far out. You probably want to throw like right on top here. So got lucky that he ulted back. If he saved his ult, okay, so we'll reverse engineer this a little bit here. So dashes on you, and you see he walks this way. This is really good by him. Like you're fucked right now. If he stays right here, well, not completely fucked, but he can just sit right here. So he's outside your soldier range right here. He can just sit like right here,
Oh,
and
but
just
he ulted.
auto and Q you. Yeah, but he ult you. He goes to the other side, back into your soldier's radius. This is good. Okay, so you basically instinctively did what I was mentioning earlier. The rest of this fight was very nice by you. You're autoing him, and then as he's about to leave your soldier range, you throw down another soldier. That's really good. And then once it's kind of devolved into that point where you're just gonna sit there and bash on each other, basically, and you need like the max DPS, and you're not worried too much about repositioning anymore. You Q, get all your soldiers, get the most power you can, and then, yeah, that was really good. But it's still good to break it down so you see exactly what you
Oh,
did.
that's so beautiful.
Yeah. So now you understand like how it's more intricate than it looks, right? Like, and now that logic you can apply to other things. Like generally speaking, you want to wait until someone like use that soldier auto when they leave that soldier's range, then you put down another one, and then when things start to break down a little bit or they leave that soldier's range, then you Q
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah.
reposition, etc. Which is basically what you did there, and it was kind of like instinctive, I think, right? So, but now once we've broken it down, now you know how to apply that in situations that are less tense, also. So here, like you don't have to be afraid of him at all. Auto him, break his shield here, and then you can just shuffle on him. He doesn't have a third up. I mean, you have to be able. You'd assume they're a dragon by that time. Oh, this is the real tragic.
I should have shuffled like right here before he walked out, or
It's fine to wait a little bit here. I think not doing it immediately was fine.
because I thought I
I'm
can.
assuming they had a ward around somewhere, and that's
Yeah,
why.
like I don't know how he spotted me, but
So you can shuffle on him right here. That's one that you can do, or you can wait until like right now, where I don't know, you were like right here. You can drop your soldier and then use that wall push thing that I mentioned before, and you can probably get like up to here, and then you cut him off, and now you have like free range over this area up here. right? So you can walk back, you can stand here, and then you can like drop an ulti here, you block this choke off, and you're basically just cutting them off from their escape. You're using that zone control that it's so good.
Ooh,
Ends
I
up
did
working
kill
fine.
Yas.
I think you probably could have autoed the Yasuo. Again here, you dropped your soldier back here, but if you wait a little bit longer, and then, or, okay, there's another even more 5-head maneuver here. So, probably, okay, so it's 50-50. You can wait and then place your soldier like here, and then push yourself over this wall, like that. Or you can path a little bit this way, position yourself here, and then use the wall's push on your soldier so that your soldier goes down like over here. So it takes less time for you to walk there than to like walk here and place it. Push the soldier and then E it and then E over through this wall again. So we're really just touching on that long shuffle where you use the walls to push yourself through. Also, you queued a little earlier in that shuffle. I think you could have gotten a little more distance, but you still get them, so very too much. Remember if there was anything else that was too. Oh yeah, so I did say we would talk about this. I think you pretty much get understand this, but yeah, you can just sit here, basically. And if he walks up on you, you push him like back here. Just kill him. So this is, well, I guess we can take some time to go over this concept. So both side lane outer towers are still up. I think this one's still up, right? Are you crazy?
Yeah, I think it's still up.
It's still up, yeah. Okay. So both side lane outers still up. So you got the plan here where basically what you want to do is you want to go mid, and since you're so far ahead, there's pretty much nothing the enemy team can do against you with a turret up in mid lane. Like, you have to think, if you were under your own tower, like mid tier 1 tower, would it work if they tried to 2-man dive you at full HP, full mana with all your cooldowns? Probably not, right?
Wait, isn't my tower like weaker, or is that not a
No,
thing?
no, not really, no.
Huh? Because like it doesn't kill the minions like
Yeah,
that
well,
much.
it can be, but it scales throughout the game. It scales with AP.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it is a little weaker, but it's the same concept, right? Like, it's still gonna ramp up and do a shit damage to it. So, while it's not 1-1 with your turret, if they can't dive you under your normal turret, they probably can't dive you under your passive turret. So they probably need 3 people to kill you right now. So the idea basically is, if you're shoving mid, if they don't come, then you're just gonna start taking towers like crazy. Like, this Yasuo can't do anything against you. Like I said, you can just walk up and auto, and if he tries to do anything, you just push him in the tower and kill him. He has no repercussion here.
Yeah, repercussions. Yeah.
He
Wait.
can't.
Do you want? Wait. So can I like put my soldiers in turns? Because like I thought it just like decreases the duration of
Enemy
these soldiers.
turrets, yeah. So you're
So is it
asking?
worth for me to like put my soldiers down to
Oh,
like
to like zone him
poke him,
off the wave?
or just to poke him? So like.
Um, Generally speaking, no. I would save them. So, all right, yeah, we'll keep going with this, and it'll make more sense. So, basically, the idea is your casters are like here, right? and then you can stand right here in them and keep autoing the turret, and you'll be putting the soldiers behind you, like you mentioned earlier. So you've got your soldiers behind you. So if he dashes on you and you shove him back, he's already in the middle of all your soldiers, and he's just gonna get melted, right?
No, okay. Yeah.
And this is serving a purpose beyond that in giving you attack speed to take the tower faster, right? So, and not to mention, if someone comes to try to gank you, you've got these soldiers here also, okay? To either E2 and get out, or push them into to kill them, or just to auto them a little bit.
Right.
It
So
serves,
generally speaking, no soldiers in like turns.
yeah, generally, unless it's someone who's really squishy and you're like just shredding them under tower, because yeah, I mean you can poke him under tower, but
It'll be more useful.
yeah, it just serves so many purposes being behind you,
Okay.
which is good. Like, and especially in situations like this, you don't need to poke him. Like, him being at full health, him being at 1 HP, it doesn't really matter to you because he dies if he jumps on you no matter what. So he's just sitting here clearing the wave, pretty much it, and you can only do it with the melee minion. So if he does walk up on the ranged ones and you don't want to push him back, in whatever situation it may be, if it happened, if you feel like you don't want to push him back into your turret, if he jumps back here, then you can put your soldier down on these minions, and it should be out of tower range, and you can just beat him up here, and then you can Q him and everything. In that situation, yeah, you can drop it for the poke, but otherwise no. So again, so yeah, the idea is if they don't come to fight you, then you're just gonna start taking towers like crazy because Azir with Nashor's tower taking potential is insane, right? And then if they do come, they're gonna have to send, with you being 6-0 and you've got 3 items basically and full Sork boots. It I don't know if I want to say they need 3 to kill you, but I'm pretty sure at this point they need at least 3 to kill you. I think you just 2v1 Yasuo and Nunu, no problem.
Okay.
So if they do send, let's say they send Nunu and Ali or something, then you get bot lane for free, right? Or you get top lane for free because you've got Diana going top. So basically you're creating pressure and you're giving them a what's the word I'm looking for? Catch 22. That's the phrase, I think. So either they come mid and let you take the outers, or they protect the outers and let you just run it down to inhibitor, basically.
Okay. So like a trade-off.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay.
And this is especially so this is like Power 101 basically. And to expand upon this also, a really easy way to end games. This is kind of a non sequitur, but still applies to using your turrets well. A really easy way to end games is just to tell your jungler to take second herald or something, or like whichever herald's coming up, first or second. They haven't taken the first, and you just run it mid. You put a tower down. So let's set up a better scenario. So let's say you take this tower, right? Let's say they decided to protect their outers and they give up this tier 2, right? You can wait a little bit. You take the herald. You wait for your passive to come back up. You put your passive down in this turret. You tell your jungler and supporter or something to come mid. You drop the herald mid, and if they don't all come mid, you get inhib for free. And
Right.
if they do all come, then obviously you get the outers easily also. But if you're way ahead and you do this, generally speaking, you can just run it through mid and run that herald into there.
Okay.
Oh, I know that was a lot, but it should all be recorded for you and you can think back on it. But
Yeah.
it's not that complicated. Basically, the whole idea is just the catch 22 scenario where they have to choose one. Do you play chess?
Uh, I just started. Yeah.
You know the concept of a fork?
Oh, I don't know anything about chess. Then I just
Okay.
started. Yeah.
So a fork in chess basically is forcing your opponent to choose between two of their pieces. The
Oh,
bogus
okay.
sorry. So let's say you have a knight down and it can take either the queen or the rook. That's a pretty common one. And they can't take your knight. So they have to either move away the queen or move away the rook. But no matter what, they're gonna lose one of them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So
That
it's
makes
the
that makes
same
sense.
with the push. So they're either gonna lose their mid tier 2 or they're gonna lose their 2 outers. They have to choose one. There's no other option for them. And putting them in that position is um a pretty common occurrence with tower if you end up getting ahead in your game. But you TP'd and got triple kill, so none of that matters.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think that's mostly it. This one. Right. That's a lot of good stuff to cover. Just good. I like jumped in here and probably flash.
Not a good cue though.
Yeah, the Q was great. This
Seemed
soldier
patient
also
though.
this soldier should here block this exit off. Not gonna run through wall unless you get unlucky. The Q is great, but it's whatever. You know, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a changing thing. I don't want to give like too much. It's good to give a few things to focus on.
Yeah. Like at this point, I think they're just like, fuck it, game's over.
Yeah, just run at him and kill him. Good. If you're super ahead and you're not worried about taking damage when you shuffle in, or you don't need to ult like right now, I usually like to just drop an auto before IR, like animation cancel an auto in the middle. So you get an extra auto on this Yasuo. He's probably at like this HP instead. It's small, but it can make a big difference. Holy sh! I really don't like moths in my room, but
Oh, great.
um, so if you're this fed late game, if you did that to someone like a Jhin or like a squishy ADC, then that extra auto, and then you ult them, and then you auto them one more time, and they're pretty much dead. So it's just a faster combo, and I mean they're not gonna be able to do anything in that auto if you know they don't have flash or something.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can just bait out a flash. So if you shuffle on someone like you did right there, and then you take that time to auto attack, they might flash away so they don't get ulted, and then you've not wasted anything. Then you don't have to ult, and then you can do it again later.
Yeah.
And you know they don't have flash.
But they were squishy, so I just wanted to like
Yeah, I
force
mean you
them
can
down.
just go in and you probably didn't even need to ult to be honest. You just auto attack them on the dead.
Right.
Really fed. I think that's pretty much. We touched on the Baron thing where Azir with Nashor's Lander just destroys Baron. See if there's any. Right. I mean, other than just walking into Yasuo queues, I game it. This is all fine. Playing like me here, it's not that hard.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, let's see if we want to say things. So we went over the lethal tempo stuff, I think, right?
Yeah.
So the other stuff in my YouTube guide, you can watch that if you want to know about when to take other runes. But um, when you're first learning Azir, lethal tempo is a really good rune to take, just because you can kind of turn your brain off and just shove. I mean, that's pretty much what it's for. So you just proc the lethal tempo and shove the wave, and you don't have to worry about poking in lane or trading or anything like that. With Conquer, you know, you have to stack it and you have to kind of force team fights, otherwise you're losing efficiency on it. With lethal tempo, you don't really have to worry about all that. You just kind of just push, and that's it. So it's a good rune to take when you're first learning,
Okay.
because you don't have to worry about extra stuff. You don't have to worry about when you're using Hail Blades or stacking Conquer. It's kind of just an afterthought. You just push, and then you can focus on your soldier placement and mechanics.
Yeah, I'll watch the VoD again.
Yeah. You know, so we went over the items kind of. So this game with the items, if you felt like Nunu was an issue, and Yasuo got a Bloodthirster or something, Yasuo's or Death Dance, I guess now is the thing on Yasuo. If they started getting that and they were a problem, you could have finished in Morello's later on after Leandry's. But you know, you were just killing everyone, so it's not that big of a deal. You can just get the death cap and keep running people over. We went over the death cap Zanya's thing.
Yeah. What
Uh
about Realize? Would you recommend
oh,
going into Realize?
I do like Rylai's a good amount. I think I like it more than a lot of other people. So
Yeah,
take with
because
that
like
what you will.
Realize and Leandry's, boy,
Yeah.
they're tanky.
I like it personally. I think it's not too bad. But especially in games like these, sometimes just having the extra damage is so good, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it.
And a lot of the times the only thing is just that it's hard to justify wanting that slow over wanting magic pen or a death cap or something. So that's pretty much the only thing against Rylai's. But if you are against like Darius is the example that I always use for this. But you know, Darius, I guess it works against Nunu. Just these slow champions with no mobility. Rylai's can be really, really strong. So you don't always have to get it third. Like you don't always have to go Leandry straight into Rylai's. Sometimes you can just throw it in as a fifth or sixth item. You know, like maybe you have Nashers. Okay, let's say you have Boots, Nashers, Leandry's, Death Cap, Void Staff, and you're like, okay, I don't need a Banshees, I don't need a Zanya's. I've got all the damage I need. I'll just throw in a Rylai's. It'll help your team fight. It'll grant you those slows. You know, you know what
Yeah.
I mean.
Uh-huh.
So it's just a situational thing you can throw in sometimes against those, especially if it's a really fed Darius or really fed one of these champions. So we'll just use Darius as the example. So
So you
if
can just hide it.
yeah, so if they're Darius, it's just like shitting on your whole team. Um, One, it's good for you to kite him, and a way that I like to look at it a lot of the time is that
You're
you
helping the team
you're
build it.
effectively just lowering Darius's efficiency. Like you're just lowering his ability to be his own champion. Because if he can't reach anyone, he can't do anything. So it's basically like you can kind of think of it like giving armor to your whole team, because it's going to be way harder for him to actually deal his damage. So you're pretty much giving your whole team resistance in kind of a weird way. That's just, I don't know if my brain is weird, but that's kind of how I think about it sometimes.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
I go like 0 and 10 and I build Realize and go like I'm
Oh,
help.
dude, if you go 0 and 10, I got the fucking build for you, dude. I don't know if you watched any of my streams when I was playing China server, but
Oh no, I only watched the guide and
yeah.
some gameplay.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's this build that I did, have screenshots of it on Twitter and stuff, but
Yeah,
uh
I'll go watch him.
I'm not sure if I put up any videos with it. I don't remember. But basically it's you'll take you go like Athene's Rylai's,
I think it's Realize. Whoa.
and in your runes you take Font of Life. So like you'll this is like a weird as fuck build, right? Like you probably should never do this. I don't know if I would ever recommend it to other people, but I think it's really fun. Where So you auto attack someone, and you slow them with Rylai's, and that slow procs Font of Life. And if someone autos them, they proc the Font of Life on them, so the Font of Life heals them. And then the Athenes will heal off of the Font of Life.
Wait, that's actually what? That's actually
so,
smart. Hello? That's actually smart.
so you basically just become like an Uber support where like you auto once and it fully stacks Athenes, and
Oh, is
then
that the
someone.
game that you went support? I think support Azir.
Well, I've done it from support, and I just do it from mid sometimes too. But yeah, you can do it from support as zero
Yeah, I
also.
think I watched that video. Yeah.
So yeah,
I,
you auto once, you get the Athenes proc, and then someone autos them, you auto again. So you can proc Athenes like on everyone. So you're just shooting out like 250 HP heals over and over throughout an entire fight. It's pretty fun, pretty funny, but I don't know. I've played it a bunch and it worked, but I still don't know that I trust it very much to be like a good build. But
yeah.
that's basically it. So yeah. Do you have any other like general questions or anything?
Uh, not right now, but like I'll probably message you later if I have any.
Yeah, sure. All right.
All right, cool.
I'll
All right,
catch
thanks,
you
buddy.
later.
Thanks.
Peace.